welcome to another edition of Wealth Without Borders podcast. And today I'm delighted to have with me Janine Jakob. So Janine, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. And could you just tell us where you are right now in the world and what the weather's like?
Sure. Right now I'm in Shanghai, China. Well, where I'm sitting, as you can see, the sun is shining. Although a little bit outside, it's a little bit cloudy today.
Right. Well, I'm in Shanghai too. Same weather, same clouds. So again, we should have met up in real life, but there you go. Then
next time.
Yeah, next time. All right. So the way it works is that we're going to ask you some questions. First of all, for those of you who don't know Janine Jakob is a soft skills trainer and a happiness and career coach, originally, I believe, from Germany. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
And so she's founded the consultancy company Full Potential Partners and the online community Monday Morning Motivation, which I love, a little bit of alliteration. But I think given that it's Full Potential Partners, Janine, we're going to title this podcast, Find Your Full Potential. Are you good with that?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Fantastic. So I'm going to start the clock. It's going to be 8 questions in 8 minutes, and I'll try and give you the time after each question. So here we go. Question number 1. Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client are, number 1, B2B, multinational companies who have their locations not only in China, but all around the world, because I think it's the business person who can have a very big impact in this world. It starts with the person, him or herself, which would be B2C. But if this person makes a change in her or his life, then this person can also do it in a bigger scale in their company, and the butterfly effect will bring it all around the world.
Okay, fantastic. I'm a big believer in the butterfly effect. So 7 minutes, 15 to go. Number 2, what is the problem that you solve, Janine?
The problem that I solve is actually, well, it depends whether it's coaching, training, consulting, but basically we all want to be successful. Do you want to be successful? Next question, do you want to be happy? Yeah. Because many people think they can't do both, and there is a correlation between both. So knowing yourself, being happy, and only you are responsible for this, can help you to also become more successful in life. So there's actually a bunch of very correlated problems, whether it's being happy or being successful in life, that we can tackle together on your level or in your organization's level.
Okay, I do know a lot of people who fight that battle. 6 minutes, 16 to go. Question number 3. You've talked a little bit about this in your previous answer, but what are the typical symptoms that people experience who have this problem?
Well, basically, burnout is one thing. If you have a burnout, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, it tells you something. If you're frustrated, not happy with your life, if you don't know what you want in your life, like there's a lot of, let's say, like negative emotions, thoughts that we have. And whenever we have this, it tells us something.
Right.
And it's the same, like, again, if it's about you as a person, or in a broader sense in your organization. And especially companies, they always want to be more productive, more efficient, more. So there's always some kind of improvement possible.
Okay, interesting. And 5 minutes, 15 to go. So what are the common mistakes that people make when they're trying to solve this problem by themselves?
Basically, we forget about ourselves. We often think about other people. We have pressure from our bosses. Here in China, from our families. You have to marry, you have to buy an apartment, get children, but we forget about ourselves. So what is it that actually you want in your life, where your career has to go, where your personal self, your personal development has to go. You are the best project to invest in. Everything starts with you. That's why we, for example, have personal coaching. And from there, it goes in a broader sense, as mentioned.
Okay. So neglecting the self is really a common aspect that you're looking at.
And taking care of yourselves.
Yeah.
So, because then you can achieve and perform so much more in life.
I know many people who burn out in China. Anyway, let's not take up your time. 4 minutes 10 to go. Question number 5, Janine. What's one valuable free action that people who are checking out the show can implement today that will help them solve the problem? It's not going to answer the whole problem for them, but it could be a help.
Take action. We love to talk, but you have to be committed and just start doing it. It doesn't matter if you don't have the right approach yet, you don't have the correct answer yet of what is your purpose in life or your company's purpose, but start taking action, one step after another. And it's okay to make mistakes, but at least you have already started to take action. From there, you will learn, you will become better, and always get closer to your overall goal.
Fantastic. I'm a big believer in taking action. 3 minutes 15 left. What's one, question 6, what's one valuable free resource you could direct people to that will further help them with that problem?
Well, there's a lot of online universities. For example, University of Berkeley, Harvard, Yale, they have amazing, affordable and free courses, especially during the coronavirus time. If you check out EDX or Coursera, there's great resources. So you can learn from professionals and you can start making implementations in your own life or even in your organization. And that is one first step of taking action.
Great. And we'll put some of those links in the podcast show notes.
Yes.
2 minutes 25 to go, Janine. Question number 7. What concept or book or program or talk has been the most impactful in your experience?
It's a mixture, to be honest. We all have our role models and we all had these moments in life, like when I was studying in Suzhou in China, so working in Germany, and in between the semester quickly going to a conference to my coach in the US. Crazy. That was one of the roller coaster moments that made me grow a lot, that inspired me. But this was a couple of speakers, celebrities, successful business people, happy people all together. And then also we speak about role models. There's amazing companies, company leaders out there. And then in a smaller sense, our parents are somehow positive and negative role models for us. So it's literally a mixture out of all of these conferences, professors, family members, coaches, etc.
Okay, fantastic. A whole bunch of influences there. And then just over a minute remaining. Last question, number 8. What's the one question I should have asked you that would give great value to our audience? And what's the answer to that question?
The question you should have asked me, Howard, is what are your last words? Something you want to share with our audience. Guys, this is very important. Believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. Take action. You are responsible for your happiness, for your life path. You only live once. So choose your career and the company according to what you want. Lead your team accordingly to the right values. And in a broader sense, build up the company, run the company in a bigger sense that you can take care of the environment, of society, and all these different kind of families. Right now, during the coronavirus time, it's even more important to really take care and show solidarity, to grow together, take care of each other, but everything starts with you.
Great. And that's it. You've ended perfectly on the 8-minute mark. Janine Jakob, thank you so much for those wise words. I'm sure all our listeners and viewers will really appreciate those and take the right action. Thank you, Janine.
Thanks for having me. Take care, guys.
Many thanks for checking out Wealth Without Borders podcast. I'd love you to head over to iTunes, subscribe, and leave us a review. And if you'd be kind enough to do that, I would really appreciate it. And then if you want to know more about what I do, check out wealthwithoutborders.net.